Hi guys, it's me Paco and you're watching Bad Witch Books. Hey guys, so today is an extra video. What? It's Wednesday. We have an extra video this month? Yeah, you do. We really do. So today, if you did not know from my last video, which we linked down below, I am doing the Mad Mystic Readathon hosted by Nell from Nell Diamond. I am one of the co-hosts, a faction leader if you may, on Team Witch. And I've seen some of the other faction leaders from the other teams do recommendation videos, and one person, I forget one did a vampire book video. And since I'm Team Witch and I'm Bad Witch Books, I think it's only fair if I do a recommendation video. I have 5 witchy books for you guys. Now, I will also link below another video I did years ago of Witchy Rex, which will have 5 other witchy books in that recommendation video, so that you guys could also get more of these. And I will kind of try to go over the prompts to see how many of the community prompts these fit for you guys. But yeah, so that you can like get a point tally of it. But let's get into it. Okay. So the first book I have to talk about today is Bindopunk Bruja. And this is a book about Luna, or Rose, as she goes by. And now Luna is white passing. She is a Mexican daughter. She is the daughter of immigrants. And this takes place in the 1920s. So this takes place in the flapper era. The, what is it called? When you can't drink, where drinking was illegal. So they had gangsters, like, hiding speakeasies and stuff. But this follows Luna, who she not only is a white passing Mexican woman, she is also a bruja, and she is also a club owner, and tries to own and run her own club, and she has to fight the mob, the KKK, and other things in this book. I really enjoyed it. I loved Luna as a character. I like the friendship, her like the side characters in this, and I really like it. This gives original vibes from like. This takes place in Kansas City, not New Orleans, but it still does give off vibes of the originals, so which is why I'm recommending it for this list. This is a book by a BIPOC author, so that fits that point. It does not take by a BIPOC author, and it has witches in it, so it does fit those points. But yeah, that is what book I have for you guys today is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. So this is a part 1 of a trilogy with a prequel attached to it, where it's not completed yet. The first 2 books are out, and then a prequel came out. So the last book is not out just yet. But this book follows a coven of witches that secretly are a part of Britain's government. Like, it's a side part of Britain's government ran by witches, and they deal with all the mystical stuff. And there's just been a witch civil war that has just ended, and Helena, who is the high priestess of this coven, finds a child that is supposed to be like prophesies the bringer of doom, and shit happens, and she asks her friends for help. I really enjoyed this. I do say this book is a FU TERFs, because yes, that's what we say in this house, fuck you TERFs. So I said. But I really enjoyed this. This world building's fun. This is a adult fantasy set in our world, and it's just very fun. This is a book with witches. It takes place in London, so it doesn't fit that prompt. But it also has LGBTQ main characters, and it's just really fun. It's got a diverse cast. Really enjoyed this. I high-key recommend this series. The next book I have is The Honey Witch by Sydney J. Schultz. This is a cozy romantasy book. This book follows Marigold, who on her, I think she turns 23, I believe. But when she starts getting older, her grandmother comes, who she had thought was dead, and is like, hey, you're actually a honey witch like me, and you could either stay in this like Bridgerton-like town that you live in. She doesn't say Bridgerton, that's just how I'm describing it. Town you live in and find love, or you could go home with me and be a honey witch and protect the town, or protect the community. But you have to give up love, because we are cursed, and you can either have magic or love. And Marigold, who's always felt who'd rather be in the woods, frolicking through the woods instead of in the ballroom, decides that she'd rather be a witch, so she goes with her grandmother until one day someone arrives on her door and she's like, well, shit. And I really enjoyed this. I gave this 5 stars. This was a current read for me, or like a 4.5 stars. It was a current read for me. This book does follow a sapphic relationship, so it is witches, and we love it. It was just really good. High key enjoyed this book. Next book we have is Venko. Venko by Shirley DeMillianty. This book follows Lucky St. James, Lucky St. James is struggling in life. She is trying to keep her job and take care of her aging grandmother, who is not there all the time, like mentally, and she is just trying her best until one day she finds a spoon. And once she finds this spoon, a coven of witches find her and is like, hey, you're the next member of our coven, and we need your help to find our next member so that we can complete this coven and save the world. And she's like, I guess. And then also an immortal witch hunter is chasing them. I really enjoyed this. I love the way that witches were done in this book. This is a really fun, I believe this is a standalone, and it's just fun. This book is written by an indigenous woman. The main character is indigenous, so it fits that prompt. It takes place in Canada, so it doesn't fit that prompt, but this is just a very good read. I high-key recommend it. And it took me too long to realize that Venko, which is the name of the witch's company where they go to work, is coven. It took me too long. It took a bit too long to realize that. But yeah, high-key recommend this. This was also a buddy read. My buddy read this with Helen, and we loved it. So high-key recommend. Now the last book, if you don't know me, then you would know that this is my creator pick, or my faction leader pick, and that is Sinner's Isle by Angela Montoya. So this book follows Rosalina. Rosalina is a witch. She has this power to control these shadow phantoms, and she lives on this island with a bunch of other witches where they are like kind of forced to live at, and then they are basically like sold into this like eternal bond with a man who can control them and use their powers to help the country or the thing. And it's basically a life of servitude. Rosalina doesn't want it, but she is forced to. And then our other character we meet is what's his name? It's been a minute. Mariano. Mariano is a pirate, and he is the son of the baddest. He's the son of the dragon, the like baddest king of the pirates, and he winds up on this island with Rosalina, and Rosalina's like, hey, you help me get off this island and I won't snitch you out. It's very Rapunzel vibes. I high-key enjoyed this. The romance is like chef's kiss, and I enjoyed this. So this is a book by a BIPOC author. We have a creator, faction leader's pick, witches. Like, this fits a bunch of prompts. So high-key suggest you checking this out. If you do end up reading this in your guys' TBR, let me know, because I would love for more people to read this book. But yeah, those are some of my witchy picks. You could, like I said, I will have another video linked below for the last time I did witchy recommendation video, which has also witchy picks. And honestly, I have a whole series of I've been doing on my channel where I've been reading a witch book a month, where you could also check those out. But yeah, those are all, just not all my recommendations, but just some short recommendations that might be able to help if you guys had not found any witchy picks or were looking for some. And I hope you guys have a fun, and let's go Team Witch, and let's win this challenge.